Good day, disabled American veteran. This is Petty Officer Life Member C29671-685. Reporting my case. Since I cannot testify in Washington, D.C., I will testify against the United States Navy on this recording. I was injured in 1981 on board the U.S.S. Dewey, DDG.45, stationed in Charleston Naval Base, Charleston, South Carolina, 29408. I was injured by a BT-3 Ricky Westerman during training on my first light off of a first Babcock's and Wilcox 1,200-pound PSI boiler. As I was lighting off the boiler, first time experience, as I was counting to three, the training officer, Petty Officer BT-3 Ricky Westerman, grabbed me by my left arm as I held the lever in this position and pulled my arm, put his hand on my arm like this, and forcibly pulled my arm down. And as he did this, the fires let off inside the boiler for the first time. I did it, and he broke my spinal cord on top of this area here and ripped my rotator cuff out of the socket, which caused internal bleeding. And I was bleeding. There was bleeding going down my throat, thyroid, and I was screaming in extreme pain. And Commander Swift, officer in charge of engineering at that time, did nothing about it, did not ship me to no naval hospital for an operation, did nothing about it but laugh, because I was from Puerto Rico. I was the only sailor from Puerto Rico that was on board the U.S.S. Dewey that traveled to Iran during the 1982 Iran. I, Ricardo Cruz Serrano, am the only Puerto Rican who was on board that ship and took the ship to war and took the ship back disabled and was promised a U.S. Navy course, and the course was never given to me because of drug smuggling on the ship. The U.S.S. Dewey was involved with drug smuggling overseas. They went on the Mediterranean Seas cruise overseas and smuggled drugs overseas. They smuggled heroin, opium, marijuana, and hashish, to using the engineering department to use the lagging on the pipes and the cooling systems and the steam pipes to hold the marijuana, and they shipped this throughout the systems, carrying the drugs in their sacks, one by one, with men from the boatman section and the engineering section, and some from the electronic section, electronic technicians, like Spence. They smuggled all the drugs on board, put it through lagging, and when the ship comes back to the dock, they bring in the inspection dogs, and they find nothing because the drugs are behind the lagging. That's how the Dewey made money when they came back to the States. And that was on a Med cruise. Before I came on board, they went to South America, and that's when they smuggled pure cocaine. And the story on board, they were bringing rocks this big for $500 and selling it in the United States, and they already had brand new cars, Corvettes, Cadillacs, Lincoln Continentals, all that stuff when the Dewey came back. So the Dewey has always been involved with drug smuggling, and the police could never catch them because anybody who rats these people out or give information to NCIS or that time Navy Intelligence Service would get killed. I found out about drug smuggling by BT-1 Jones, smuggling crack cocaine and speed ball cocaine mixed up from Philadelphia onto the ship. I found a pack full of this drug, and this man, black man, BT-1 Jones, weighed about 300 pounds. I weighed about 160, and he beat me up as a petty officer. He punched me in the left side of the head and gave me brain damage on board the ship. He gave me bipolar schizophrenia disorder, and I had to be rushed to the hospital, to a mental hospital, and to the pastor, and to the psych clinic and stuff like that, all because of brain damage. And this man picked me up in the air and threw me on the ground, in which he gave me damage to my lung. My lung got inflated when he threw me on top of a lamp on top of the ship, on top of the deck. I fell on top of the lamp and my lung was inflated. I had to rush to the hospital for mental problems in my lung. I was never compensated for that. I was never compensated for PTSD. I was never compensated for spinal cord injury. And I was never given a Navy course by the United States Navy. They owe me so much. And U.S. Congress has been informed of this abuse, of this racism in the United States Navy against the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico in the year of 1979. And everybody that joined the Navy in 1979, which is my strong belief that I'm the only boiler technician in June 12th, 1979 that joined the United States Navy and went to the 1982 Iran-Lebanon War, the first Puerto Rican from Carolina, Puerto Rico, to take the ship to war, the Iran War, and successfully came back with my life, disabled, but came back to live about it and tell NCIS about the story and tell the DAV and this testimony on case number C29671-685, in which I'm a life member of a DAV and been on disability for over 30 years now. I am retired from the United States Veterans Affairs Department Engineering Service, outstanding employee. I'm a WG11, and I'm retired from the Veteran Administration now. A small check, but I've served my country. And I expect the VA to defend me in this case. I hope they get this information, because this information is going all through YouTube and all around the world, how the United States Navy treated me as an American first and a Puerto Rican race second. Because I am an American, I was not born in Puerto Rico. I lived in Puerto Rico. I was born in the Bronx, New York City, in the United States of America. I'm a United States citizen first, race Puerto Rican second. My parents are from Puerto Rico, sir. I hope this President Biden gets information, and Honorable Donald J. Trump, sir. Have a nice day, sir. And gentlemen, continue on with the work with the DAV. You're doing a great job. God bless America.